Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check, Mike.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Move. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, switch gears. Motion, bump.
Over here, yes.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Mike 55.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Set, ready, and read. 52 right here. 52. Watch the pass.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go. Let's do it.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll run here with Balaj.
It's run.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Balaj. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Jackson looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Joker.
Another try for Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Hey, eat. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 8 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Mixon will try the right side. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A Fort Lauderdale native back near home, Giovanni Bernard. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
And out of the air, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Mixon. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Wild Bill. Switch. We got it. Mike, 55.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Jackson. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Parker the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, 60 yards. Scoop, Tupper.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Hands up, lead!
52. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball.
Hands up!
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Lead!
Mike 5-5. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Hands up!
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. This is Mixon, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Andy Dalton. Finding Green complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on fourth down. They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
All day. Sack City. Sack City, baby.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Balaj. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Army.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight end right. 4 down.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Zoom. 34.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check the outs, check the outs.
They'll run on first down. Bernard, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Jackson's pass, incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're not ready for this.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught, Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Hut. Mike 52.
They go play action now. Jackson trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Bengal first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Come on now, let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 42 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wait!
50's the mic, 50's the mic. Here we go, G. 50's the mic, 50's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Easy.
to throw on third down. Dalton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey!
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson going to throw again. And this is Parker, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get your swerve on.
They run it with Balaj. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Push him off.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He wasn't ready.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mixon with it.
Go, 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 run.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop, but some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Mike 50 in your face.
On second down, Mixon. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Hands up! 18!
Check 55 to Mike. I'm on.
Green brings it in and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
You better be afraid of me!
They get it to him running left. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Motion, motion, motion. Yeah, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Hey, exit.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, and this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling
again.
No,
you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready, 56 yards. Check, 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. Any weapon. After you. Check, 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 check.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Hey, Mike.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Here we go.
And an alley to run. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
At the 47-yard
Set, ready.
line.
And read. 52's the mic. Night, night, sweetheart.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Okay, ready. Watch Mike, watch Mike. I got you, punk. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Here we go. Make straight. 218. Cover. Put it ready.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. On now the Miami field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And his kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
One last shot for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.